Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I want to talk about the DC Comics trade volume Green Lantern Corps Ring Quests. It was another volume I picked up at my local library, and I absolutely just had a blast flipping through. The story was very intriguing, kept me on the edge of my seat, and the art was nothing short of exquisite from beginning to end. Just beautifully drawn, beautifully colored, and everything like that. Dripping, every page was with awesome. And this particular volume is written by Peter J. Tomasi, featuring art from Patrick Leeson, and there's a whole host of other credits listed inside that I'll leave to you, the wary viewer, to check out if you decide to pick this up. And it comes highly recommended from me. Now, this particular volume collects issues 19, 20, and then 23 through 26 of Green Lantern Corps, respectively, and is dealing very much with the aftermath of the Sinestro Corps War. Basically, Sinestro, with his yellow power rings, had wrought havoc, leveled cities, done very many despicable things, and I guess, the sense I get is that the Green Lantern Corps only just barely beat him at his game and, imprisoned him in science cells on Oa and stuff like that. And so basically this volume is following around primarily Green Lantern's Kyle Rayner and Guy Gardner in the aftermath of this war zone sort of mentality, and much akin to how we see in real life soldiers who are on the front lines coming back and having a hard time getting back to the daily routine. Very much Kyle and Guy are feeling that. They can't really get a sense of semblance and clarity of mind and resume normalcy. Basically, they feel very much like they need a change of scenery, got to get out of Dodge. They call in Hal Jordan and John Stewart, respectively, and basically impart to them what their plans are. And that involves, because they are now Honor Guard Green Lanterns, moving to Oa and making that basically their home base from now on. And so they make good on their word, they pack up, they ship out, and as soon as they get there, newly arrived on Oa, the Guardians have called together, I guess, the entirety of the Honor Guard of Green Lanterns for a new mission statement, and that is to basically seek out and get rid of or, capture the surviving Sinestro Corps yellow power rings because they're still floating out there, and God forbid, we don't want to have another sort of uprise in a Sinestro Corps Mark II, that kind of thing. And so they set out, and we see a lot of familiar Green Lantern faces, such as Iolande, Sodomyat, Aricia, Bzd, Kilowog's in there briefly, Natu and Stel and such like that. And as their mission unfolds and they're finding some stragglers in the, former Sinestro Corps and getting their power rings, some they, basically make haste with dealing a sort of lethal blow to. Some of them they send back to Oa to be incarcerated. Basically, we're finding out that a yellow power ring has found its way to a face more probably recognizable to some people as a Superman villain, the alien despot Mongol. And this guy with a power ring of, the Sinestro Corps in tow, and then he ends up accruing several of them. He's just planning on wreaking even more havoc than Sinestro was capable of with his entire corps. So it's a very sort of anticipation growing kind of framework where it's like step by step, we're seeing the Green Lantern Corps members get closer and closer to finding out what's going on with Mongol. At some point, Aricia and Sodomyat they've gone missing. They're essentially kidnapped and taken prisoner by Mongol, who is carrying around not only the yellow power rings, but this plant called a Black Mercy plant, which is empathic or allows, tweaking of the mind and manipulation, stuff like that. And it comes from a mother host on this one particular planet that all of the Corps are led to in trying to seek out Sodom and Aricia, who have gone missing. They find them on this planet, being sort of suckled at by the plant mother of these plants, and it coincides with Mongols just wanting to, bring planets to their knees, rule them, destroy everything in his path, and everything like that. And it culminates very intriguingly. Unfortunately, one of the more lovable members of the particular Corps in question, the characters featured, doesn't make it to the end, but we find out that this Black Mercy plant, the mother plant, if you will, actually has sentience and may or may not have misgivings about working in tandem with Mongol, and I'll leave it there not to spoil it for you. So just a ripping good read. I loved it. I can't wait to eventually have bucks enough to maybe own this particular one and read it all over again. Yeah, so it comes highly recommended. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you're a Green Lantern fan, have you read this particular volume? Will you be checking it out on this recommendation? And otherwise, I hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.